Fellas, has this ever happened to you? Have you been dealing with a woman who has just got a few things in her life that are not adding up, that are not coming together, that are not getting in line? Maybe it's her parenting, maybe it's her finances. Tell me this, if you've had the experience of talking to her about these things and you start to get the impression her answers, her responses seem to reflect a mirror. They seem to be saying that, oh yeah, I know I need to tighten up here. I know this isn't the best. I know this isn't ideal, but I got you here. Or, pretty soon we're going to be living together. Or I'm looking forward to us building a life together. I won't have to do this anymore. If what that actually looks like is you end up taking her problems, owning her problems. She becomes your problem, said another way. Remember, here we're all about building a better future by designing better men. I'm going to tell you what's happening. There's a conversation about standards, about boundaries. Two ways this can show up. If you've got standards, if you've got boundaries in place, if you set the guidelines of what your woman is going to need to do to come into your world, she's going to need to show up with a certain level of performance in any area. It doesn't matter. Cleanliness, finances, parenting, health and fitness, it doesn't matter. But this can go one of two ways. What happens with a lot of guys, if they're not firm on their boundaries, if they don't have standards, or if they're in a world of scarcity, this woman has got all the control and power. This is where the hypergamy is really at play. What it shows up like is you tell her, hey, you're not really managing your finances properly. I know I want us to have a future. I want us to go somewhere, make some things happen, and ... And she comes back with, well, one day I won't be taking care of these bills. One day we're going to move in together and you'll be paying the rent, ... See, that's where the problem comes in. I need you to understand, and this isn't shaking a finger. This isn't a dictator. This isn't yelling at her or telling her what she needs to do. This is letting it be known what your standards are. I want us to have a future together, and I look forward to that day, but I just really can't get down if this is what your finances is going to be looking like. For us to come together and build and have a solid foundation, I don't want to build on challenges and problems from the jump. I'm really looking forward to where, this gets tightened up, but this gets taken care of. If you want my help, I would love to sit down with you and go over the fine print and really see where we can make things look a little better, put together a plan for you. Any way I can help, baby, I'm all here for you. You see that subtle shift. You see the power then lies that the man, the masculine, the lead is setting the boundaries. Hey, this is how we handle finances, business, parenting, health, whatever. I have standards, and you're going to need to meet that bar in order to hop on this train. I am masculinity architect coachduwaynelangham, helping build men into the architects of our future. Before you get sensitive to how is she going to take that, I want you to understand and think back to that first example. A woman that responds to you that, oh, one day you're going to solve it. See, that's her frame. That's feminine leading, and feminine's not meant to lead. Feminine energy is meant to follow. Feminine energy is meant to orient when it is feminine, when it is soft, when it is open, allowing and flowing. Be on the lookout for these red flags. When you get met with masculine energy that comes back at you with, oh, well, one day it's going to look like this, that, and the other. That's a lead. That's a plan. That's a vision. That's what she sees. Is that what you see? Fellas, I only give this advice because I know what it's like to be a man in the world where nobody told you how to do it, but everybody expects you to get it right. So I encourage you, fellas, as I'm talking to this brother, yo, nip that in the bud right now. Let me tell you what's actually happening. How you do anything is how you do everything. I don't care if it's, do you want to grab a bag of Cheetos? Nah, I'm not feeling the Cheetos. That's not what my diet's about. That's not what I want to put in my body. That's not what my health and fitness is about. Oh, baby, well, it's just a bag of Cheetos. Oh, I like Cheetos. The flavor is good. It's not that big of a deal. Come on. The important part is, what do you come back with? Because that sets the tone of, hey, these are my boundaries. If you don't respect it and check it right then and there, you set precedent. You set the standard. She won't respect you because you don't respect you. And in the back of her mind, she thinks that she can run all over you. And guess what, fellas? You're training her that she can. That it doesn't matter what you say. What matters is what you do, the discipline, the exercise, the daily discipline. That's what masculine is all about. That's how we enforce these boundaries. It's not a context that we show up as a dictator. We don't break out the 10 commandments and give them the rules. We give them the example of how we want to lead life. We paint the picture of our vision as the architect, what we want to build with them so we can build together. That's the standards required for your access and entry to get on this train. And if she doesn't want to, she's more than welcome to go on about her path and lead life her way. This has been another brick building you up. If you got value, hit the thumbs up and share with the man you care to build up and help us grow. If these are some of the principles you want to learn more about, I invite you to book a consultation one-on-one. I can help you dissect, look at the blueprints going on in your life that you want to build up and tell you exactly the gaps and challenges that are getting in the way right now. Follow the link in the description below. Meanwhile, you can keep growing with the next video, and I'll see you there.